Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. So today we are playing an Azorius mill deck that's kind of built into a control shell. So the Final Fantasy set brought a new card to the format which is called the Water Crystal, which is a 4-mana legendary artifact. Blue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If an opponent would mill one or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead. And you can pay 6 and tap it to make each opponent mill cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. Obviously, that'll be plus 4 as long as you have one card in your hand. So this forms a basically two card combo with Sphinx's Tutelage, which is a 3-mana enchantment that says whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. If 2 non-land cards that share a colour were milled this way, repeat this process. So the way these cards interact is whenever you draw a card, this makes the opponent mill 2. The Water Crystal makes them mill 6, but the clause on Sphinx's Tutelage still counts. So if the opponent in those 6 cards mills 2 non-land cards that share a colour, then they do it again. They mill another 6 cards. Chances are, most decks, you're going to do that pretty much every time the opponent mills 6 cards. So usually, and we'll see if this is actually true, but I think usually this will be enough to just mill over the opponent's library and the entire library and win the game. So this will be an interesting build, I think, and we'll see if kind of these kind of slightly dirtly and weak and kind of uninteractive combos, let's put it that, it can be good. There's a question mark over that, I think, but the way to kind of maximize the chances of us doing this is to kind of build it into a control shell. So we've kind of built Azorius control around it. So there's No More Lies, there's counterspells, Dovin's Veto, Censor, there's removal, Get Lost, Temporary Lockdown, Supreme Verdict, Sunfall, mass removal spells. 3 Steps Ahead is obviously another counterspell. So yeah, it's kind of doing control things while also having this kind of subtle mill thing going on as well. I am actually just going to slightly change this deck because I think I prefer having slightly more additional removal. Teferi's Tutelage is a decent card, but I don't think it's where we really want to be. It's just not enough by itself. So we'll just keep the 2 copies of that, add in a couple of marches. It's all part of seeing how the sausage is made. We've also got, there's additional kind of mill package going on with River Churn Monument that sometimes can win the game by itself. As I say, 2 copies of Teferi's Tutelage. We've got Jace the Perfected Mind as well, which can be a kind of, it can mill over 15 cards by itself straight away, 19 potentially if we have the Water Crystal, or it's a massive source of card advantage. And then we've just got some additional kind of, our way of winning the game is basically we either mill them out or we kind of revert to the big creatures that Control uses. So Hullbreaker Horror, we've got a couple of Hall of Storm Giants as well, Restless Anchorages. So yeah, we do have a kind of way of winning the game that isn't mill as well. So yeah, that is the idea. It's possibly very janky, but I think, this interaction is so good that it's like it feels tough not to give it a go. The mana base is pretty self-explanatory. Plenty of dual lands, Restless Anchorage, as I said. We've got an Ipnu Rivulet just to give us some more mill. Obviously, with the Water Crystal, these mill 8 cards each, which is not nothing. Yeah, as I say, we've got some win conditions in the lands as well. Your index, so 1 slot is taken up with the sideboard. Ghost Vacuum is our graveyard hate of choice. Also gives us an alternative win condition by turning all of the creatures that we've vacuumed into 1/1 versions of themselves. More Get Losts for additional removal, another Dovin's Veto. Damping Sphere, kind of for those fast-paced, lots of non-creature spell decks. Phoenix, now kind of the VV decks as well. Lauren of the Third Path, Artifact and Enchantment removal would also give us a creature. Temporary Lockdown, Sunfall. So yeah, just some more removal against those decks which are trying to kill us before we can do our thing. I should have said we are also running 3 copies of Jace Vryn's Prodigy, just to kind of sculpt our hand a little bit. So we'll see if that can be good in this particular build. So yeah, that is the deck. Mill Control, Azorius Mill. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. So thank you very much for watching, and let's take it on to the ladder. Okay, here goes nothing. Yep, this will do as an opening hand, I think. We've obviously got one part of our combo, got some interaction as well. No, I really need another land. Okay, the opponent's on the old hexproof strategy, eh? Well, let's get Vryn's Prodigy into play. Okay, well, that was a little quicker than I had anticipated, so I think I'll activate the Vryn's Prodigy, discarding one tutelage, and then I think let's just fire off the temporary lockdown. Yep, cool. Okay. Pretty good start. So, I definitely want the 4th temporary lockdown. March feels pretty good here. Things that are too slow, I think, is basically what we're aiming for. Lauren is fine as a kind of answer to certain of their artifacts or enchantments. I think Sunfall can come out. So can the Seagate Restoration. Probably 3 steps ahead as well. Then we've still got our main mill package. Well, it's got the combo, so we may as well. Do need to draw some more land, though. Okay, that's a pretty big threat. Yikes. Okay. I'm probably super dead here. Let's go in, take out the Audacity, because it's the thing giving it trample. Yeah, okay, fair enough. They, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand. It was tempting because of the amount of because it had the combo in, but they're just killing me far too quickly there. I think this is a fine build. Just need to make sure we keep enough removal in our hand. Yep. Any hand with temporary lockdown in is a potential keeper. That is really annoying, but that's a tap land. Light pause, sure thing. Another tap land. Okay. Play that. No, I don't need the water crystal right here, I don't think. Build up to casting temporary lockdown. Obviously, I am going to take some pretty nasty damage in the meantime. Interesting. Well, we kind of got to do the thing. Okay, they didn't have an immediate answer to it, which is good. Toadstool Admirer. Okay, let's take out their light pause here before it gets any nastier. Play of Vryn's Prodigy. Okay, they're doing the thing. Yeah, I think I've kind of got to take the damage here and hope I can just find something that gets me what I need. So let's start with Jace. No, okay, we'll ditch the other Vryn's Prodigy. Now we're relying on Memory Deluge. Yep, that'll do it. So, shock that in. Then I've got to Get Lost the Sheltered by Ghosts. I'll bring back Temporary Lockdown. That'll clear the board of everything. Okay, well, I'm still in the same mess, to be honest. Yeah, they've absolutely just powered out so much stuff here that I kind of just gotta give up my anchorages, unfortunately. And I don't have enough land to do anything else. So, yeah, I think we're just passing the turn. Okay, well, Dovin's veto that. Okay. They just need to give anything that gives it trample now. Yep. Yeah, we could have won that, unfortunately, but the opponent drew absolutely incredibly there, and we just didn't quite have enough going on. Yeah, I mean, they had, what was it? Yeah, 3 light paws, a scout. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, yep. Well, there's the combo. Yeah, it's going to be nothing but aggro decks, isn't it? I got a feeling in me water. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, well, we'll censor that. Get Sphinx's Tutelage into play. So we need to survive 2 turns. Okay. That makes me think we probably will. So, let's play the Water Crystal. Now they've somehow got to do me 15 damage, which doesn't seem likely. Now let's see if this can be made to work. Go for it, Sphinx's tutelage. Yep, that'll do it. Do it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Cool. Well, enjoy your death. Okay. Well, we did it once, and ultimately I'm happy about that. Now I think we need to pivot into being a lot more interactive, so I'm going to take out Jace Viren's Prodigy. Going to take out Sensor on the draw as well. I want the Get Losts. I probably want Lauren, just because it's an answer for, like, Eidolon. I think that's good. No. Okay, this is so much better. So I think I'll pop back River Churn Monument for now. It's not really milling that we're doing with this hand. Let's start with Archive, actually. Let's get some Surveil value in. I'll keep a Supreme Verdict. Okay, well, I'll keep No More Lies up. Obviously, it's not brilliant that it does me damage when I cast it, but like if they have something like Screaming Nemesis, which doesn't get hit by lockdown, then I will want to be able to counter it. I'll take the damage from that. It's 1 damage I'm saving here, but I think it's still worth doing. So I go to 9. I play Temporary Lockdown. Get rid of those 2. I go to 7. It's not exactly where I want to be in life. Oh no. Okay, well, it's not looking great, let's be honest. Without another counterspell, that's a bit of a problem. Do I have any way of dealing with that? So no, because I die if I cast anything. Okay. No counter spells, unfortunately. Okay, Censor back in. Sunfall out. And we go again. Yep. It's an interesting situation we find ourselves in. I'm still smarting over that third game in the first match. The number of times I wiped the board and they still had a light pause. Outrageous. Anyway, I'm over it. I'm definitely over it. Looks like this opponent's not over it. Okay, do I censor that or do I kill it with Lauren? I think I'll probably do the mana efficient play. It's usually the right thing to do. Now I think, yeah, let's just pass the turn and chill. But if the opponent tries to hit us with, like, a Screaming Nemesis, we've got a good answer for it. Yeah, okay, well, I'll take the 2 that's necessary to... Or am I just going to kill it with Lauren? Yeah, maybe I'll just do that, actually. Because then at least I've played a creature as well. So I take 2, but that dies, and I think that's kind of important. Okay. Well, it's turn 4, and we're still on 16 life, so that is certainly better than it was last game. 14 life. I don't like the fact that these lands cost me life. 11. Okay, well, Memory Deluge will hopefully draw us into some stuff that we need. Maybe this deck still needs something like Beza. Yeah, it looks like the opponent's got another. Yeah, the amount of burn they're running is just so strong. It's just so intensive. Yeah, there's another skew of the critics, so I think I'm going to end up going to 4 here. Oh, there's both bits of my combo, so if I live, which is a big if at the moment. So let's start with Tutelage, because it doesn't cost me any life. So yeah, if they got 2 burn spells, I just die here. Okay. Well, that's not a burn spell, at least. So... Well, actually, no, let's not do that. Let's leave 6 mana for deluging into a No More Lies if they try to kill me. Ooh, this one's going to be super tight. Okay, so yeah, colourless, colourless, Memory Deluge, pick up No More Lies, and get lost. No More Lies, the Skull Crack. Now I think I can just kill them with Haul. Whew! Something that's not an aggro deck. I think we need more land here rather than another counter spell. What are they presenting here? That's not Leyline Binding? Okay, it's Lightning Helix. Sure. Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix, etc. Yeah, that I will censor. So this is a Niv to Light deck. These temporary lockdowns look pretty heinous. So I'm definitely out of things to do, so there's no point pretending I'm not. Let's discard... well, discard lockdown. Mill yourself with your 80 card deck. Well, that's not on math mana. Shame I don't have any land. Okay, that's not the worst. Gives me the opportunity to draw some cards, at least. Okay, I don't mind too much if they take my Teferi's Tutelage. It's not the kind of main combo kill of this deck. Still no land, huh? Well, that's not much use to me, is it? So I'll play Jace.
I've already read your thoughts. We can improve.
That's also not a land. Just gonna throw that out there. Well, I'm gonna have to kill that, but then they can just... because I don't have more land, I then also can't... I'm fine. I won't be able to kill it, because...
you can be made to obey.
I've got too much other stuff that I need to do, so let's ditch the other temporary lockdown.
Retreat is the sensible action.
Sure. That's also not a land. Okay, that's a tapped land. I don't. There's not enough I can do here, I don't think. So if I were to march, getting rid of all my other white cards, I could. Yeah, this is properly grim. Just have not been able to do stuff quickly enough. I mean, I'm a quarter of the way into my deck and I've only drawn 4 lands. It is a bit ridiculous. Okay. That's fun, isn't it? Yeah, okay, let's scoop this one up. That was really annoying. That was very, very frustrating. So, temporary lockdown's bad in this matchup. Get lost is pretty reasonable. Dovin's veto is also pretty good. I think that's kind of it. Does this deck run enough lands? Because I'm missing... I seem to be missing land drops a lot. I wonder if it just needs more. Yeah, it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, how can I be missing so many land drops? Fine. Okay, let's march away there. Up the beanstalk, losing Sunfall. This is so annoying. So they've got a leyline binding, is what that particular stick tells us. Yep. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do here. I think it's all too late now. They've got so much mana. Yep, can't do anything with just 3 lands. I know the variance in 80 card decks is just higher, sometimes that does happen, but this feels really unlucky. My life total is not looking good right now. Don't really have any answers to their Notion Thief, unfortunately. They're just going to kill me with that. See if they try playing anything else. Nope. Well, they don't really need to, do they? Nope. They're not getting out of that one. So I've made some further adjustments and taken out the remaining 2 Teferi's Tutelages and added 2 more lands, just to see if that made a difference. It probably was a little light on them for an 80 card deck. So let's see if this is any better. Obviously, I've still only got 2 in my opening hand, but this is a reasonable one to keep, I think. Better already. Okay, so the opponent's running a Mori deck, which means that what does this do again? Each non-land cut. So this is an entirely enchantment-based deck, which is going to be an interesting one to play against, I think. Yeah, Overlord of the Hauntwoods can go under a 3 steps ahead. Play Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Already got 2 cards in the graveyard. Yep, that can go away. I can do this all day. Well, let's deduce first. I think I annoyed them. Okay. So the opponent's running an enchantment-based deck, which makes me think we want Lauren, we want more Get Losts. What don't we want here? 5 cuts, 5 cuts. I think Supreme Verdict can go. I'll trim 1 3 steps ahead. And probably... let's get rid of 1 Dovin's Veto. They do seem to have a lot of enchantment creatures. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we do want the Dovin's Vetoes. I don't know. Yeah, this is a slightly more proactive hand than the last one. So I think it's still a keep, but it's relying, I think, quite a lot on Lauren doing work for us. Okay, Hopeless Nightmare. I will ditch a land. See, now I'm just discarding lands willy-nilly. Okay. So they've had quite an explosive start. Good for them. Okay, that one I will censor just so they don't get multiple copies of it. Yeah, now I think I'll use Lauren to blow up the other naturalist. Just to get those discounts offline. And now I think we're just going hard on. Yeah, so let's attack. Play the Water Crystal. So each of these now mills 19, which isn't quite enough, so I think what I might do is use 1. Ooh, that's quite nice. So yeah, let's play that. Immediately mill the opponent for
Already in motion.
19.
All your hopes and dreams.
So they're down to 30 now.
Nothing.
Don't want Seagate Restoration. Now at least I've the draw 3 clause from Jace is online. Yeah, Calyx you can have. And a Leyline Binding, huh? You done? Ah, shoot, I should have deduced while that was still on the battlefield. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a costly, costly mistake, that. Okay, let's play Jace.
I've already
Mill 3.
you. No secret escapes my grasp.
Okay, now I've got another Water Crystal. Hopefully they'll spend some time just attacking Jace. Nope, they're just going to play another Leyline Binding. Okay, fair enough. I could have vetoed that. I think I'll just wait to see what they do next. Yeah, okay, they are slightly afraid of Jace, which is good.
None of this calculates.
Okay, well, this better be good deck. Yeah, an Overlord of the Mistmoors as well. Yeah, just haven't quite been able to do all of the things. Yeah, that would have been good about 300 turns ago. But nope. Okay, yeah, they were able to outvalue us there. So I think I'm going to put Temporary Lockdown back in, as well as Dovan's Veto. Lower the curve, get rid of Sunfall. Trim a 3 steps ahead, another 3 steps ahead as well. Run it back. Yeah, this sounds not amazing, but I'm going to keep it. I've now obviously drawing far too many lands, so I put two more in. Okay, well at least that we can kill. Do need my combo bits though. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, let's get the Water Crystal into play. That does give them a turn to do what they like. Okay, that could be worse. Of course, also what's pretty bad is just not drawing anything. So I think we're going to try and set up a better... Just try and mill them all out in one go. It's not going to be easy. Ooh, I really need a Sphinx's tutelage. That's fine. I'm happy to let them do that for another turn, because then I might get to Iganjo the creature. Yeah, that would be good. So we'll take that out. Jace survives another turn. I'll draw some more land, shall I? How am I going to do this? So they currently just have 2 cards in their graveyard and 46 cards left in their library, which doesn't seem like I'm close to doing the thing. So yeah, let's...
The data requires scrutiny.
Then we'll bounce Jace. He's come back as a 5 loyalty planeswalker, at least.
I will keep watch.
Sure thing. Yeah, there's no point. Well, I can't counter it anyway, so... Okay. Well, let's see if we can do it.
I will clear your mind.
Yep. 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 Yep, that'll do. Oof. What an interesting set of matches. Yeah. I really don't know what to make of what happened there. So yeah, somewhere I think I prefer the build that I prefer the version that has slightly more lands in it. I think it's safer to just draw sometimes a little bit too much land. That's kind of what you want to do with control decks. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I'll come back to that in a sec. Let's just open some packs as well while we're here. So yeah, I punted that second game. I made a couple of mistakes. I don't think it'll make a difference in that second game. Yeah, try and build a bird deck at some point, maybe. Mythic Wildcard is good. Let's see what mythic we get out of this mythic pack. Yeah, not sure about that. I'll give that a go, maybe, at some point. But yeah, no, we were able to do the combo a couple of times, which was nice. And yes, it did consistently work. The twice we were able to get to make it work, even in like against that 3-color deck in the final match, it still worked. So yeah, I think it usually does. Rest of the build, Jace probably not that impressive. That could probably come out and be replaced by a bit more interaction. Yeah, we're now running 33 lands, I think, which gives it a little bit more consistency. Yeah, Jace was good. Yeah, I mean, there's some solid stuff going on here. You can kind of just win out of nowhere at a moment's notice if you draw the combo and have any ability to draw a card. So yeah, interesting deck. As I say, don't think it's going to be competitively viable, but I'm glad we were able to make the thing happen a couple of times. And 2-2 is not a terrible record for what is meant to be quite a janky deck, with some unlucky draws along the way. So, and also me as a player. So we'll take that and take it to the bank. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Here's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. As ever, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.